I'm so excited to be back in this space delivering another epic live training. So we're going to talk about the upgrades needed to start getting clients. So I really want you to take time. If you're just scrolling on YouTube and this come up by accident, then I encourage you to get a notepad, get a pen, because this is going to be gold. So let's dive in. We know as entrepreneurs starting and growing an online business, the online marketplace can seem quite noisy, seem quite overcrowded, even feel like it's the sea of sameness. So how do you stand out as somebody who's completely new, somebody who hasn't yet built an audience, or you've got a very tiny audience? How are you able to break through all of that noise in order to magnetize your first and future clients? Sometimes you may feel like it's an impossible task because there's so many other people doing the exact same thing as you. But I just want to let you know that it's entirely possible for you to build a thriving, long-term, sustainable, profitable business, just as long as you're very clear on these upgrades that I'm going to share in this training. So the one key word in order to make sure that you're staying ahead of the curve, in order to make sure that you're coming to the fore when it comes to that online marketplace. So when people are just mindlessly scrolling on social media, as we do, because remember, people don't come to social media to buy. They're not just sitting there thinking, okay, I'm just going to go onto Facebook, onto Instagram, and I've got my credit card. Whatever's going to come at me, just come at me. That's not how people are doing it. So you need to capture their attention in real time. Stop the scroll. Have them just think, pause, like this has got my attention. Let me find out more. And you can do that by being relevant. Relevancy is that keyword, that buzzwords that's really going to be the basis of this training. How can I be relevant so that the right audience are looking out for me and I've got the right offer and it's the right time? How can I be relevant? So I'm going to break down 3 components as to how you can stay relevant in 2021 and beyond in order to build a thriving long-term business. So how relevancy works is that once you start to think of ways on how you can get relevant, this closely links to clarity. So the two almost come hand in hand. So the first pillar of mine and Charlotte's framework for business success is all about getting clear to get clients. Get clear to get clients. Once you're clear on how you're getting your clients, and this breaks down into the actual clients, the offer, and your messaging, then all the rest starts to work as a byproduct. All the wins, all the momentum will start to flow as long as you've got that clarity on how you're going to be irrelevant. So taking the first strand or area of the pillar, get clear to get clients, it's really looking at who is my offer for? Who is the ideal person that I'm looking to capture their attention, that I want to serve, I want to support, I want to help? Once you've really understood them on an emotional level, because this is how we need to play it in 2021 and beyond. We need to be thinking about the emotional level. We need to connect with them, responding to their emotional desires. So one of the things that Charlotte and I do is try to think about what are the secrets that my ideal client is thinking that they haven't told anybody else around them. And that's why Charlotte and I are able to get women who just come across our posts, whether it be they've stumbled across our Facebook group, or they somehow stumbled across our profile, our Instagram, they've connected to us, or in another group, and they just stop and we've captured their attention. And they're saying, oh my gosh, Grace and Charlotte, you're in my head. How do you know this? How did you do that? Everything that you were saying, everything that you're writing just speaks out to me. It truly resonates. And the one way to do that is to really think about the secrets, their desires. So thinking about, for example, if you're a health and fitness coach, your ideal woman right now, just taking a snapshot moment in her life, she's woken up, she's gone to the bathroom, and she's looked in the mirror at her body. and she's wishing that she can have a really toned, healthy body, something that she would be happy, excited to put on that bikini that she bought a couple of months ago and head on down to the beach. As she's walking with her head up high and her hair just swishing in the wind, people are looking at her, they're admiring her, they're feeling that energy, that vibe. And that's how you start to position yourself and your offer. So just take a moment. If you haven't done this already, then I encourage you just to take a few hours out to really think about what are the secrets that they're going through that they haven't told anybody. Maybe put yourself back to the place where they are now, because you might be your own ideal client. What were you thinking or feeling at that time? What did you truly desire? What was the aspirational identity that you wanted to be, that you wanted to do the things that they're doing, that you wanted to have the things that they currently have? Take that snapshot moment, and that's what you bring forward into your offer, into your messaging. So the second area is all about your offer, your irresistible offer. So once you've got crystal clear on your client, who that woman, who that man, who that subset group or audience is that you want to be magnetizing on a daily basis, your offer is going to help them relieve that symptom. So it's either going to help them move towards more pleasure or to lessen their pain. These are the two key factors when you're thinking about your offer. How am I going to create more pleasure for that person or take them away from pain? So just think about, for example, going to the doctor's surgery. Maybe you've got a cold or something and the doctor prescribes you medicine. It could be paracetamol, it could be something quite stronger, whatever it is. And they've got the symptom relief for your particular pain point or frustration that you have. And the same is very true when you're starting your business. Thinking about the symptoms, what's keeping them up at night. More importantly, their secret desires. That's how it overflows and stems into this area. But thinking about what's the highest level of transformation that I can give this particular person. So they're going to feel like they're leaps and bounds further from where they were before because they've come through an experience. Remember, in this day and age, our audiences, consumers, they're getting really savvy. They're buying more into experiences. It's not about who's got the technical features, listing 101 features. People don't buy like that anymore. It's all about what's the experience, what's the highest level of transformation that I'm going to buy into so that I move away from feeling how I feel now. I feel better, I feel more fulfilled, I feel satisfied, I feel joyful. These are all the good emotions that we as human beings, we want to be feeling on a daily basis. And closely linked to your offer is your positioning. Remembering that people buy into people, people relate to people. So when you're positioning yourself, you've got to stand out to be that expert authority. You've got to truly believe in your offer and also truly believe that with your method that you're walking your ideal client through, you know that upon taking it, your client is going to experience that highest level of transformation if they follow your pathway and if they actually integrate it, if they actually embody it, if they actually do the work themselves. Remember, there's a lot of people nowadays we're vicariously living for other people that we aspire to be. So you've got to walk the walk as well as talk the talk. Because people right now, they'll be watching out for you. They'll be thinking, oh my gosh, I want exactly what she or he has. This is brilliant. They're living everything that I desired to have, everything that I desired to become. They're actually living that life now. And this is what's going to help build that know, like, and trust factor that more easily. The third area is all about messaging. Now, your messaging is so important. In order to break through that noise, you need to have a compelling message, one that just strikes. As soon as people are reading, it's that pattern disruptor, a really capturing headline that just stops people altogether. And you can do that again once you've got your client, you're very clear on who your client is and your offer. That your messaging will always come as a byproduct of that. So with your messaging, you need to really think about your audience is going to be in 3 core segments. So you're going to have your cold, warm, and hot audience. Your cold audience are people who may not have yet admitted to themselves that they actually have a pain or frustration that needs resolving. So this is where you need to step in with your compelling messaging, but you need to do a lot of nurturing. You need to be showing up as that authority, somebody that can tell them that you've got the perfect solution for them because you've been there, or you know somebody that's been there. You know the secret desires that they're currently having right now. Then there's your warm audience. So these people, they realize they actually have a pain, or they've got symptoms that need relieving, and they're actually looking or starting to look for an authority expert. So you're just continually warming them up, building up that know, like, and trust factor. And then lastly, you've got your hot audience. They're ready to buy. They've already said to themselves, you know what, enough is enough. I cannot wait any longer. I need to find somebody that's going to help me relieve this symptom now. So these are your hot audience, and all you need then is just for them to trust you that bit more, showing up in the world, being omnipresent. So they're seeing you on Facebook, on Instagram, but you're being very strategic and smart about it. It's not that you're exhausting your time trying to build and find new content, but you're repurposing your content in order to get in front of them. And there's many ways that Charlotte and I teach and go into omnipresent strategies where it feels like you're everywhere, but in fact, you're being very smart. You're being very strategic in terms of how you're repurposing your content, how you're showing up. But it feels like you're here, you're there, you're always in their faces. They're always going to be reminded that you're there, and you're always going to remain top of mind. So the doors are open to Charlotte and mine's Think, Create, Initiate Masterminds. And we're excited to bring on and invite 12 amazing ladies who are all driven, who are all wanting to change the course of this year, to start and grow an online thriving business from scratch so that they can grow a reliable income other than that of their job. It's not okay to stay stuck in a job where your potential is somehow being overlooked, and you know that there's so much more of you. There's so much more of you to give, and you've got these burning desires. You keep on imagining yourself successfully transitioning from your job into full-time entrepreneurship to have that thriving business that sustains your family for life. In order to do that, you need a proven pathway that will help you confidently attract your first and future clients with ease. I know what it's like to have an idea that you're so passionate about, but not know how to turn that idea into reality in a profitable way, not knowing what the next logical step is. That's why I've helped hundreds of women globally across the world to start and grow a thriving online business where they are attracting their first and future clients, and they are moving to 1K plus months and using that exact same system to go on and triple their income, 5x their income, 10x their income, but doing it with ease and grace. Because business can be fun if you make it fun, but it's just all about stripping it back and keeping it simple. If you are interested in joining the Think, Create, Initiate Mastermind, then please do click on the link below, and that will take you to the application page, whereby you will then be invited onto a connection call so that we can see if we are the right fit for each other. I'm really excited. Hope you've enjoyed today's training and have got a lot of value on this.